Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As we were preparing for this event, we were all devastated by the news coming out of Las Vegas, as I'm sure all of you were. And that's coming off a challenging past few weeks with Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, and other events around the world. It's been hard to see the suffering, but I've been moved and inspired by everyday heroism. People opening up their homes, and to first responders literally risking their lives to save other people. Our hearts and prayers are with the victims and families impacted by these terrible events. We are working closely with many relief agencies in affected areas, and we are committed to doing our part. It's a true privilege to be at the SF Jazz Center. It's a great American institution for jazz performance and education. And it's really good to see familiar faces in the audience. As always, I want to give a shout out to people joining us on the live stream globally from around the world. Since last year and since Google I/O, we've been working hard, continuing our shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. We are rethinking all our core products and working hard to solve user problems by applying machine learning and AI. Let me give you an example. Recently, I visited Lagos in Nigeria. It's a city of 21 million people. It's an incredibly dynamic, vibrant, and ever-growing city. Many people are coming online for the first time. So it's very exciting, unless you happen to be in the Google Maps team and you have to map the city. And it is changing so fast. And normally we map a place by using Street View and doing a lot of stuff automatically. But it's difficult to do that in a place like Lagos because the city is changing. You can't always see the signage clearly. And there are variable address conventions. Things are insequential. So for example, take that house there. If you squint hard, you can see the street number there. It is number 3 to the left of the gate. That was relatively easy. On to a harder problem now. That house, that's what we see from Street View. I think as humans, it's probably pretty hard. Maybe one or two of you can spot it out. But our computer vision systems, thanks to machine learning, can pick it out, identify the street number, and start mapping the house. So we approached Lagos completely differently. We deployed machine learning from the ground up. And just in 5 months, the team was able to map 5,000 kilometers of new roads, 50,000 new addresses, and 100,000 businesses. And it's something which makes a real difference for millions of users there as Google Maps is popular. And we think this approach is broadly applicable. Let's come closer to home. Parking in San Francisco. I don't even try it anymore, but for those of you who try it, we again use machine learning. We understand location data. We try to understand patterns, our cars circling around. And the color shows the density of parking, and we can analyze it throughout the day and predict parking difficulty, and in Google Maps, give you options. A simple example, but it's the kind of everyday use case for which we are using machine learning to make a difference. The best example I can think of, what we've talked before, is Google Translation. I literally remember many years ago adding translation in Chrome and making it automatic so that if you land in a page different from your language, we do that for you. To me, shows the power of staying at a problem, constantly using computer science to make it better, and seeing users respond to it at scale. This is why we are excited about the shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. It is not just about applying machine learning in our products, but it's radically rethinking how computing should work. At a higher level, in an AI-first world, I believe computers should adapt to how people live their lives, rather than people having to adapt to computers. And so we think about 4 core attributes as part of this experience. First, people should be able to interact with computing in a natural and seamless way. Mobile took us a step in this direction with multi-touch, but increasingly, it needs to be conversational, sensory. We need to be able to use our voice, gestures, and vision to make the experience much more seamless. Second, it is going to be ambient. Computing is going to evolve beyond the phone, be there in many screens, around you when you need it, working for you. Third, we think it needs to be thoughtfully contextual. Mobile gave us limited context. With identity, your location, we were able to improve the experience significantly. In an AI-first world, we can have a lot more context and apply it thoughtfully. For example, if you're into fitness and you land in a new city, we can suggest running routes, maybe gyms nearby, and healthy eating options. And in my case, being a vegetarian and having a weakness for desserts, maybe suggest the right restaurants for me. Finally, and probably the most important of it all, computing needs to learn and adapt constantly over time. It just doesn't work that way today. In mobile, developers write software and constantly ship updates, but let me give a small example. I use Google Calendar all the time. On Sundays, I try to get a weekly view of how my week looks like. But once the work week starts, say on a Monday or a Tuesday, I'm trying to get a view into what the next few hours looks like. I have to constantly toggle back and forth. Google Calendar should automatically understand my context and show me the right view. It's a very simple example, but software needs to fundamentally change how it works. It needs to learn and adapt. And that applies to important things like security and privacy as well. Today, a lot of us deal with security and privacy by putting the onus back on users. We give them many settings and toggles to improve those. But in an AI-first world, we can learn and adapt and do it thoughtfully for our users. For example, if it's a notification for your doctor's appointment, we need to treat it sensitively and differently than just telling you when you need to start driving to work. So we're really excited by the shift, and that's why we are here today. We've been working on software and hardware together because that's the best way to drive the shifts in computing forward. But we think we are at a unique moment in time where we can bring a combination of AI and software and hardware to bring a different perspective to solving problems for users. And we are very confident about our approach here because we are at the forefront of driving the shifts with AI. 3 months ago at Google I/O, our Google AI teams announced a new approach called AutoML. AutoML is just our machines automatically generating machine learning models. Today, these are handcrafted by machine learning scientists. And literally, only a few thousands of scientists around the world can do this. Design the number of layers, weight and connect the neurons appropriately. It's very hard to do. We want to democratize this. We want to bring this to more people. We want to enable hundreds of thousands of developers to be able to do it. So we've been working on this technology called AutoML. And just in the past month, for a standard task like image classification, understanding images, our AutoML models are now not only more accurate than the best human-generated models, but they are more resource efficient. So it's pretty amazing to see. We are now taking it a step further. Let me talk about another use case, object detection. When we say object detection, just a fancy name for computers trying to delineate and understand images, being able to draw bounding boxes and distinguish between all the vehicles there. scooters, mopeds, motorcycles, and even pick out the bike in front. It has a lot of practical use cases. The Street View example for Legos works based on object detection. Google Lens, which you'll hear about later, as well as our photography in Pixel, uses object detection. This is really hard to do. The best human-generated models we have only have a 39% accuracy. But our AutoML models, as of the past couple of weeks, have reached around 43% accuracy. And they're constantly getting better. So the rate at which we are seeing progress with AI is amazing, which is why we are really excited about combining it with our software and hardware to bring it together for our users. Let me give you a concrete example. I was recently very inspired by this tweet from a journalist who was attending the Little League World Series. As you can see, there are two Little Leaguers here, one from Dominican Republic and the other from South Dakota, and they're talking to each other using Google Translate. It's a great example, but I looked at it and I feel like we could do a whole lot better. Computing needs to evolve where this happens in a more natural, seamless, and a conversational way. And later today, you'll get an early glimpse of how we can push this experience further by thinking about AI software and hardware together. I couldn't be more excited by the direction our hardware team is taking and approaching their work here. So to give you a lot more insights, let me welcome Rick onto the stage. Thank you.
Top sales reps from Verizon and other partners. It's great to have you all here. Yes. Welcome, welcome. We've got a lot to show you today, including a few surprises. So I thought I would quickly set the scene and explain what we've been working toward and just how it ties into the vision that Sundar outlined. A year ago, we stood on a slightly smaller stage and introduced the world to Google Pixel, Home, and Wi-Fi, Chromecast Ultra, and Daydream View. This is the first generation of hardware made by Google. So much has happened since then, and we've made tremendous progress in our first year. For starters, our team is getting a lot bigger. We're bringing on 2,000 very talented engineers from HTC, along with some important IP. It's an amazing team that's created a series of industry-first innovations, and by working more closely together, we'll be able to better integrate Google hardware and software. And our products have built up a lot of momentum going into our second year. Let's take a look.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google, play the soundtrack to Spaghetti for Pepe.
Google set to hold a product event in San Francisco.
There are a ton of new announcements.
Google is showing off new hardware.
Das Pixel XL und das Pixel.
It's called Google Home, a new way to make your home a little bit smarter.
Google debuted a new virtual reality headset.
Get the Daydream View.
I actually feel like I'm there. It's sick as hell, I can tell you that much. The Google Pixel.
Pixel is my new favorite camera.
Okay, Google, take a selfie.
Oh, that camera. Pictures that come out of this thing are incredible.
Google's new Chromecast Ultra.
4 stars and editor's choice.
Okay, Google, show me a video of a kangaroo.
What? The camera is phenomenal.
The best ever in a smartphone.
Beautiful.
Tops in my book. There, I said it.
My mom now can save every picture. Unlimited space.
Mama got a new toy.
It can recognize each voice.
Enter Google Assistant.
She's so smart.
She's just amazing.
Let me see what else my Google Assistant can do.
Hey Google, call Carrie.
Ok Google, joue-moi du beatbox.
What is a dog?
That's your question, what is a dog?
I don't want to blow your mind with my high-tech talk.
It is amazing what it can do.
I think we've got a winner.
How cool is that?
Yes, Google.
That is amazing.
Okay, Google.
The early days of our hardware line, but we're off to a great start. We're thrilled to announce that there are now 55 million Chromecast devices around the world. Google Wi-Fi is the #1 selling mesh router since its launch in the US and Canada. And in the last 12 months alone, the Assistant has gotten a lot smarter thanks to Google. We've added more than 100 million new, unique featured snippets from the web, video results from YouTube, and new local places in Google Maps, and a lot more. And Pixel had a great year. I just wish we had a few more of them to go around, but user satisfaction among Pixel owners is among the highest of any Google product ever. Industry analysts and the media gave Pixel rave reviews too. Our performance scores led the industry, and Pixel had the best and top-rated smartphone camera. We're really proud of how well the Pixel did for our first generation smartphone in such a competitive space. Well, you all know this better than anyone, but the playing field for hardware components is leveling off. And I don't envy those of you who have to write reviews for a bunch of smartphones with very similar specs. Megapixels in the camera, processor speed, modem throughput, battery life, display quality. These core features are table stakes now. Moore's law and Dennard scaling are ideas from the past. To be honest, it's going to be tougher and tougher for people to develop new, exciting products each year, because that's no longer the timetable for big leaps forward in hardware alone. And that's why we're taking a very different approach at Google. As I said last year, the next big innovation will happen at the intersection of AI, software, and hardware. Smartphones might be reaching parity on their specs, but as we just heard from Sundar, we're seeing huge breakthroughs in the kinds of experiences we're able to deliver to users. And it all starts with reimagining hardware from the inside out. AI and machine learning have helped us to do this across our products. For one, Pixel completely revolutionized the end-to-end photo experience for users and removes all of the hassles. Machine learning works throughout the experience to make your Pixel photos more vibrant, to smooth out your videos, and to make all those thousands of memories easy to find on any of your devices. We did the same thing with home networks. Google Wi-Fi uses machine learning not only to keep your signal strong, but to reduce Wi-Fi congestion. While you're moving throughout the house, your router is intelligently transitioning your devices to the best Wi-Fi point and placing you on the right channel. When you're using the Assistant on Google Home, you'll notice it can pick up your voice even in a noisy room. Our deep learning capabilities and neural beamforming help Google Home locate the source of sound and hear you accurately. So we can do with just 2 microphones what others normally need 6 or 8 to do. And this is what it means to design hardware from the inside out. It's this combination of AI, software, and hardware working together that provides a helpful experience for our users. And that's where the big leaps forward are going to happen in the next 10 years. We're still in the early days for our hardware line, but we know what it takes to build great products in a crowded field. We weren't first with many of our most successful products. Gmail, Chrome, Android, and even search. But in each case, we succeeded by doing what we're best at, reimagining the experience to make it radically helpful for the user. And as you'll hear today, our next generation of devices is radically helpful too. They're fast, they're there when you need them, they're simple to use, and they anticipate your needs. Everything is designed for you to keep the tech in the background and out of your way. Interact with your devices naturally through your voice or by touching them. And by building hardware around our AI and software, we're creating products that get even better over time. They're constantly getting faster and more helpful the more you interact with them, thanks to machine learning. As a family, Made by Google products represent the ultimate Google experience. Today, we're going to show you how we're creating a family of products that are there when you need them, at work, at school, and on the go. but we're going to start with the most important place, your home. So let's hear next from Rishi Chandra, who leads our home team. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you, Rick. It's been a really exciting year for us. Google Home was the first product to bring the Google Assistant to the home. And we've been constantly learning from our users so that we can make the Assistant radically helpful for you. For example, as Rick mentioned, in the last year, we can answer over 100 million new questions. And the best part is, you don't have to talk like a computer or teach Google Home any new skills. It just works. Now, we're really happy with the positive feedback thus far, but we know this is a journey. So we've been working hard to bring Google Home to more people and more countries. This year, we launched in 5 new countries, and we're happy to announce that we'll be launching in Japan later this week. Now, bringing the Assistant to people all around the world is no easy task. We had to make sure we can understand people of different age groups, genders, and accents. So we trained the Assistant at a scale that only Google could, with over 50 million voice samples from hundreds of different ambient environments. We've been investing in voice search for over a decade, which is why we have the best voice recognition in the world. Now, earlier this year, we had a major breakthrough with the ability to recognize your voice. We call it Voice Match. With your permission, we built a model of your voice by looking at dozens of different voice characteristics, like vocal construct, pitch, and tone. This is a really big deal. Google Home is great for the whole family, but it doesn't mean I want to get the same answer to every question. An Assistant can only be truly useful if it knows who you are. And with Voice Match, we're the only Assistant that can bring personal help to each individual member of your household. So when you ask a question, we match your voice, and we respond with your calendar, your commute, and your personal reminders. Now, Voice Match has already become one of the most popular features on Google Home today. Over half of all queries are from people who've trained the Assistant to recognize their voice. And starting today, we're rolling out Voice Match to all 7 countries Google Home will be available. Now, another popular feature is hands-free calling. You can use your Google Home to call any landline or mobile number in the US or Canada for free, without any additional apps or accessories. It just works. And I'm happy to announce that we'll be bringing hands-free calling to the UK later this year. And starting today, you can call out with your own personal mobile number. So whoever you're calling will know it's you. You just need to verify your number through the Google Home app. And of course, with Voice Match, we can recognize your voice to make sure we call your contact with your personal number. Now, hands-free calling also has the intelligence of Google built right in. Just say, hey, Google, call the bakery on 24th Street.
Okay, calling Noe Valley Bakery.
We do the hard work to figure out which business you want to call, thanks to Google's deep expertise in local search. Making a call has never been easier. Now, we have a lot of great news to share with you today. So to kick things off, I'd like to welcome Isabel, lead designer for home hardware.
Thank you, Rishi. I'm thrilled to share with you how we think design is redefining technology in the home. You heard Rick mention earlier today that everything in our hardware line is designed to fit into your life. The home is a special, intimate place, and people are very selective about what they welcome into it. You don't want to fill it with black plastic, complicated buttons, and random blinking lights. Our vision is to build simple, helpful solutions that work in the background, helping you when you need it and staying out of the way when you don't. So here's what that means to us. We design for the spaces our products live in, and we take inspiration from the materials and colors that people already use to make their home more warm and inviting. Second, when designing for real homes, form and size really matters for creating something that actually fits into any room or on any surface. And lastly, the way you interact with our products has to be so intuitive you never even have to think about it, and so simple that the entire household can use it. With that, we are introducing Mini, the newest member of the Google Home family. The first thing you might notice is the striking simplicity of the design. It's sleek and smooth with no corners or edges. And it's small enough to be placed in anywhere in your home. It makes Google Home more accessible to more people in more rooms. And as you can see, almost the entire enclosure is made out of fabric. And it's not just about aesthetics, it's core to the product experience. That is why we created this material from scratch, right down to the yarn. It needed to be durable and soft, but also transparent enough to let through both light and sound. This perfect balance allows for all of Mini's technology to be thoughtfully tucked away underneath the clean, simple enclosure. So the 4 LED lights under the fabric are there when you need them, lighting up to show you that it hears you or it's thinking. And you can control it by touch. Give the fabric a quick tap to pause your music, adjust the volume, or talk to your assistant. We thought a lot about how to get great sound with such a small product, too. We embraced Mini's circular shape to project 360-degree sound, so it's really crisp no matter where you stand in the room. You'll be surprised how amazing the quality is. And if you want bigger sound, you can easily connect Mini to any Chromecast built-in speaker wirelessly. We created Mini in 3 beautiful colors: coral, chalk, and charcoal. Color really matters in the home. This is the place where we choose our drapes and carpets and paint colors with so much care. We brought that same level of care for Mini. For the chalk color alone, it took us 157 tries before we found the perfect shade of gray. So that's Google Home Mini, with all the power of the Google Assistant. You can make it your sous chef in the kitchen, your white noise machine in the nursery, your voice remote for your TV in the living room, or your alarm clock in the bedroom, or all of the above. Mini will retail for just $49 in the US. And it's going to be available for pre-order online starting today, and in stores starting October 19th from major retailers. We're also really happy to announce that Mini is coming to all 7 Google Home countries. So with that, let's take a look at this ad that will launch later this week.
What's this little thing? Well, it's Google Home Mini. You put it in your house and control it with your voice. Hey Google, play my fun playlist.
Okay, playing now.
It's also a remote control, an alarm clock, and a sous chef.
Let it cool for 10 minutes.
It can play you this on TV or that on the internet. It can tell you the weather or if your flight's delayed because of the weather. And it knows the difference between you and your husband.
Hey.
So if you go, hey Google, call Alex, it won't call your husband's friend Alex. It'll call your friend Alex.
Calling Alex.
Hey, how are you? Okay, gotta go, girl. Anyway, it's made by the same people who help you find stuff on the internet. So you know, no biggie. It's smaller than a donut and weighs less than a full-grown chipmunk, without the nuts. It's powered by the Google Assistant, so it has Google Maps, Google Calendar, it gets you to all your music, lots of your favorite shows, all of YouTube, and lots of other stuff you love. All for less than $50. Yeah, it's Google Home Mini. A little help at home, like only Google can.
Thanks, Isabel. We can't wait for you to try out Mini. We also want to share how the Google Assistant continues to get better over time. From the start, we've been helping people with their everyday routines. For example, one of my favorite features is My Day, which gives me a personalized briefing of my important events of the day. And with Voice Match, each member of the house can get their own unique start to their morning routine. Well, soon we're going to be extending routines in 2 important ways. First, we're adding more routines to help you with those everyday moments, like getting ready to leave for work, coming home in the evening, or turning in for the night. Second, we're adding additional actions to the routines. So now when I say good morning, I not only get my personal briefing, but I also can turn on the lights, start the coffee maker, and even play my favorite morning playlist. This kind of help is exactly what I need to get my day started. Now, another ritual for me in the morning is I'm always looking for my phone before heading to work. Well, the Google Assistant can help there too. Just say, hey Google, find my phone. And we'll automatically ring your Android phone, even if it's on silent mode. And for iPhone users, we just give you a call. It saves me 5 to 10 minutes every morning. Yes. Now, we're also working to make the smart home work better for you. The Google Assistant can now voice control over 1,000 different smart home products from over 100 brands. And even more importantly, we brought our deep expertise of natural language processing to make it easier to voice control in a more conversational way. So for example, if I want to change the temperature, I shouldn't have to remember the current thermostat setting. I should just be able to say, hey Google, make it warmer.
Okay, warming up the living room.
Your assistant knows what warmer means and will just take care of it for you. Now, voice control is just the start. We believe the next evolution of the smart home is to bring real intelligence to the home so it can behave in a more thoughtful way. Your home should smartly adjust to you, not the other way around. So Google and Nest are working together to reimagine the smart home. To tell you more, I'd like to welcome Yoki, CTO of Nest.
Thank you, Rishi. At Nest, we like to talk about the thoughtful home, one that takes care of the people inside it and the world around it. We recently took a big step forward in achieving that goal by doubling our portfolio by shipping 6 new hardware products. What I love about Nest's growing ecosystem is that we combine the best-in-class hardware and machine learning to help make people's lives easier. And your Nest experience reaches a whole new level when it's combined with Google products. Let me show you 3 examples of how we can provide you with even more help at home. With Nest Cam, Google Home, and Chromecast, we can help you keep an eye on your home just with your voice. So if you hear some unexpected sound by the front door, and I'm in the back with the family room without my phone, I can just say, okay, Google, show me the entryway.
Okay, streaming the entryway.
And then I realize it's not an intruder, but my pet pig, Cayenne. And she's found a leftover lunch in my son's backpack. Sadly, this has happened more than once. And if I want to keep it for later for my kids, I can simply say, okay, Google, save me this clip to show them why we don't leave food in our backpacks. With our new video doorbell, Nest Hello, we can also start to solve some of our common pain points through Google and Nest integrated computer vision technologies. Of course, most of us want to know who's at the door before we get off the couch. Through a feature called Familiar Faces, Nest Hello will be able to recognize the people that you asked it to remember. So when the doorbell rings and Nest Hello recognizes the person at the door, it will automatically broadcast that information to Google Home devices in the house.
Auntie Susie is at the front door.
And you don't even have to ask. And if Nest Hello doesn't know who's at the door, you can just say, okay, Google, show me who's at the front door. And we will stream your camera feed right to your TV. This is another great example of what Google and Nest can do together. And this last one is my favorite. Your home can soon get ready for the night just with a simple command. As Rishi mentioned, you can personalize your routine to include actions for Nest products. So all I have to say is, hey Google, good night.
Okay, let's get ready for bed. I've armed your security system. Your first calendar event is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Your alarm is set for 7 a.m. Sleep well.
In the background, my assistant is also turning my security camera on, adjusting the thermostat, and turning off the lights. This really simplifies my life and gives me the peace of mind that I cannot get any other way. Together, Nest and Google deliver an ecosystem of product that makes your home more secure and energy efficient, more connected and entertaining, with the best home assistant experience. Our close collaboration make this product work seamlessly together and help us get one step closer to a truly thoughtful home. On that note, to tell you more about Google Assistant, let me welcome Rishi back on stage.
Thank you, Yoki. You know, making a more thoughtful home is just one way to help make our joyfully hectic family lives a little easier. You know, the Google Assistant already provides a lot of help, from using your voice to order more diapers, playing a lullaby in the nursery, checking the traffic to those piano lessons, or easily giving grandma a call. Now, if you're like me, it can be hard to gather the household together for those family moments like dinner time or movie night. Well, to help, we're launching a new feature called Broadcast. It's really easy. Just say, hey, Google, broadcast it's time to leave for school.
Got it. Broadcasting now.
The assistant will broadcast the message to all the other Google Home devices in my house. It's really great. Parents are going to love this feature. Kids are going to hate this feature. But that's what makes it useful. Speaking of kids, we think Google Home has a lot of potential to help kids and families. Voice interaction is so simple and easy to use, kids are naturally drawn to it. So we want to be thoughtful about what it would take to deliver a great kids experience. We conducted research with hundreds of parents and kids from across the country from different backgrounds. So first, we're announcing support for Family Link accounts on Google Home. These are Google accounts that parents can create for children under 13, and they can manage it within the Family Link app. And as we all know, kids have their own unique way of speaking. Sometimes it can be a little hard to understand, even for us parents. Well, fortunately, we've improved our voice recognition accuracy for kids, so the assistant can understand them too. And finally, we're introducing over 50 new experiences with the Google Assistant to help kids learn something new, explore new interests, imagine with story time, or just share laughs with the whole family. So let me show you how my kids and their friends had some fun this weekend.
Let's go to the living room.
Yeah! Okay, Google, play musical chairs.
Ready to see who our musical chair champion will be.
Okay, Google, beatbox for me. Hey, Google, let's play freeze dance.
Hiya, pal. It's me, Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Google, play What Kind of Fruit Are You? Okay, Google. What sound does a seal make?
This is a seal.
Okay, Google, let's learn. Hey, Google, let's play space trivia.
Which was the first planet to be discovered using a telescope?
Uranus. Hey, Google, can you tell me a story?
One day, I was hanging out at home with my dad.
There lived a sweet-tempered girl whose name was Cinderella.
I can tell you, as a parent, it's great to see the kids without their screens and sharing experiences together. And it's easy to get started. Just say, hey, Google, let's learn to play science quizzes or talk to an astronaut. Or try, hey, Google, let's play a game to play musical chairs or tackle a riddle. And finally, hey, Google, tell me a story to hear classics like Snow White or original stories like The Chef Who Loved Potatoes. Now, to bring this to life, we've partnered with Disney. We'll be bringing exclusive experiences to Google Home featuring Mickey Mouse, Lightning McQueen, and Star Wars. And we're working with many other top brands in the family space, including Warner Brothers and Sports Illustrated Kids. And starting today, we're opening up the Actions on Google platform for developers to create experiences specifically for families and kids. All these new family features will be rolling out later this month across all Google Home devices. Okay, finally, I have one more exciting addition to share that's coming to the Google Home family. system allows Max to adapt to you, your environment, your context, your preferences. So for example, if you set up a speaker near a wall on a and over time, Smart Sound will news. It's about delivering a consistent, crisp, thoughtful sound experience, one that's tailored to your home and your moments. Now, great sound only matters if you can play a lot of great content. With YouTube Music, you'll have access to the world's broadest catalog of songs, remixes, and covers. And we also support all free and paid Spotify users, along with other top music services. Just use your voice to start playing your favorite tunes. Max also supports cast, Bluetooth, and stereo aux input, so you can play anything from your phone or plug in that record player to breathe new life into that vinyl collection. And of course, Max has a Google Assistant built right in. We made your assistant can hear you even when the music is blasting, using our unique microphone placement and Google's neural beamforming technology. And with Voice Match, the assistant can become your own personal DJ. We recognize your voice, and we can play playlists and music stations personalized to you. And Google Home Max is designed to be incredibly versatile and fit naturally in your home. You can stand it up vertically, place it horizontally, whatever makes sense for your space. Its base magnetically pops into place, so when you change Max's orientation, there aren't any rubber feet where they don't need to be. We thought through every detail. And finally, Max works seamlessly with the Google Home family and hundreds of Chromecast built-in speakers. So you can use multi-room to sync every room in your house with immersive sound. Google Home Max will be available starting December for $399. And it'll come in two colors, chalk and charcoal. Now, we'll initially launch in the US, with more countries coming early next year. And to make sure you have an amazing sound experience out of the box, we're providing a free 12-month subscription to YouTube Red, which includes YouTube Music ad-free. We think you're going to really love the newest members of the Google Home family. Along with the updates to the Google Assistant, they represent a big leap forward in the type of helpfulness, fun, and sound you can expect from Google in the home. And to close, we gave Max to a music lover to get their thoughts. Let's take a look.
I'm a producer and a DJ, so I'm not classically trained, but I'm obsessed with music. I listen to music all day long. I'm constantly being critical of my own music, of music that I hear.
Watch this. Hey Google, play Particular by Major Lazer.
Sure, Particular by Major Lazer and DJ Mafarisa. Here it is on YouTube.
Every room I have is set up to play music. My bedrooms, the living room.
Hey Google, turn it up.
They told me everybody's 15 minutes in a different time zone. And since I have it at the moment, you the one I wanna shine my light on.
Hey Google, play the song that goes, wrist looks like been dip, did-a-not.
All right, No Better by Major Lazer. Here it is on YouTube.
Wrist looking like it been dipped.
As you just saw, there's so much amazing innovation happening in the home space. And at the same time, our phones have evolved to become the most trusted devices in our lives. But have you ever wondered why the laptop experience has been basically the same for the past 20 years? So while the laptop experience hasn't changed all that much, how we use technology in our lives definitely has. We live online. We create and collaborate more than ever. We use tons of apps every day, and we're constantly jumping between our phone, tablet, and laptop to get things done and have fun. Shouldn't we be able to do whatever we want on whatever device is in front of us? We think so. We've worked hard to combine the most helpful parts of a laptop, a tablet, and a smartphone to fit how we use technology today. Meet Google Pixelbook, the high-performance Chromebook. Pixelbook reimagines the laptop experience by marrying the best of premium performance hardware, the speed, simplicity, and security of Chrome OS, the smarts of the Google Assistant, and all your favorite apps. Pixelbook is the perfect example of how we combine the best of hardware and software with AI at the center. We'll start with a stunning, versatile design. Pixelbook is the thinnest, lightest laptop we've ever made, at just around 10 millimeters thin and a kilogram light. In fact, it's so light, I find myself constantly checking my bag to make sure I have. It's an incredible laptop. Fold the keyboard underneath and easily watch videos or play your favorite games. Use Pixelbook as a tablet to catch up on the latest news or read a book. It's the first convertible laptop that actually feels natural to use as a tablet. Prop it up into tent mode to share your screen or follow along with a recipe in the kitchen. Use it however you want because Pixelbook adapts to fit the office, the classroom, movie night, or even a long flight. Pixel phone fans will appreciate our signature glass inlay on the lid, giving it not only a refined look, but improved wireless performance. The 12.3-inch touchscreen display is gorgeously high resolution, with vibrant colors, deep blacks, and enough brightness to use outside, even on a sunny day. We developed an extremely thin keyboard that's comfortable to use with soft touch keys and a backlit design that helps you work from anywhere. And Pixelbook's trackpad uses touch processing algorithms that improve accuracy and palm rejection. With Intel Core i5 and i7 processors, Pixelbook packs a punch. It offers plenty of RAM to handle your multitasking needs and gives you up to 512 gigs of storage. The long-lasting battery provides up to 10 hours of use from a single charge. And plugging in for just 15 minutes gives you 2 hours of battery life. You can even use your Pixelbook charger with your Pixel phone, giving you one less thing to carry around. And in moments when you don't have access to Wi-Fi, Pixelbook is smart enough to automatically connect through your Pixel phone. We call this instant tethering. It's so much simpler than setting up a hotspot on my phone and then manually connecting to it on my laptop. Now, let's take a further look at the software experience inside Pixelbook. This laptop is fast. It starts up in seconds, stays fast throughout the day, and won't slow down over its lifetime. Chrome OS provides a more secure computing experience with multiple layers of security and automatic updates. No need to worry about manual downloads or annoying security patches to keep your machine safe. And your most important files are available on your local drive and securely backed up with Google Drive. So you can access them from anywhere, online or offline. We're also excited to announce that Pixelbook is the first laptop with the Google Assistant built in, making it radically helpful. Just like you can with your other devices, you can check the weather before heading out for the day, control your smart home, set reminders, check if my Packers won. Your assistant is there for you no matter what you're doing. And we've made it easy to interact with the assistant in all the ways you use Pixelbook. When it's in intent or entertainment mode and the keyboard is tucked away, simply say, "Okay, Google, play Future Me." And that exact music video I had in mind starts playing on YouTube. Other times, though, it's not the right moment or place to talk to your computer, like if you're sitting at a coffee shop or out in the audience right now. So Pixelbook has a key that puts the power of the assistant right at your fingertips, letting you type your request. And when you're using your Pixelbook as a tablet, it's easiest to show your assistant what you need help with on your screen. That's why we created the new Pixelbook Pen, a smart, responsive companion for your Pixelbook. Just hold the pen's button and circle an image or text on the screen, and the assistant will take action. When you're browsing through a blog and discover a new musician, you can circle their photo, and the assistant will give you more information about them. From there, you can check out their Instagram page, go to their YouTube channel, get a list of their songs, and more. Or if you're doing homework, the assistant can help with your research. Like if you get stuck on a really unfamiliar concept, just circle the word and the assistant will give you everything you need to know. The pen is also handy for moments when it feels more natural to write, draw, or take notes, like when you're using your Pixelbook as a tablet. The experience using a pen should be like writing on paper. To bring that experience to life, we partnered with the engineers at Wacom, and together we built the fastest, most responsive stylus experience ever, with just 10 milliseconds of latency, 60 degrees of angular awareness, and 2,000 levels of pressure sensitivity. Pixelbook Pen uses machine learning for handwriting recognition and demonstrates how performance hardware combined with our expertise in machine learning delivers a user experience that just works better. And shouldn't the apps you know and love on your phone also be available on your laptop? With Pixelbook, they are. Pixelbook fully supports Google Play, so popular smartphone apps are now available on a laptop. In fact, it's never been easier to put the final touches on your favorite photos in Adobe Lightroom and then post them straight to Instagram. You can listen to music from Spotify or download Netflix shows and movies for viewing on the go. Pixelbook is also perfect for creativity apps like Evernote, AutoCAD, and more. Snapchat is already one of the most popular apps among early users, and we're thrilled to announce that the Snap team is working with us to bring an amazing Snapchat experience to the larger screen on Pixelbook. In addition to these amazing Pixelbook experiences you've seen so far, there are many more developers building for the larger screen. Now, let's take a look at how Pixelbook will fit into your life.
Okay, Google, play Discover Weekly on Spotify.
Okay.
So that's a first look at Pixelbook, a radically helpful laptop that combines the best of Google's AI, software, and hardware.
We think you'll love the beautiful, versatile design, high-performance hardware and software, new ways to access the assistant, and all your favorite apps. It's available in 3 configurations, so you can choose the performance, memory, and storage that's right for you. Pixelbook starts at $9.99. And the Pixelbook Pen is $99. Both products will be available in the US, Canada, and the UK, on the Google Store, and at over 1,000 retail locations, including Best Buy. Pre-orders start today, and they'll be in stores beginning October 31st. We can't wait to see how you use Pixelbook to work, play, and create. Next, Mario's going to come out and talk about our Pixel phones.
At Google, we believe in questioning the status quo. Asking more from the world around us is in our nature. After all, Google was built on a single question. What if all the information in the world was available to everyone, everywhere? A big question for us is, what if smartphones got smarter and simpler? We set out to design a phone ourselves because we believed we could make the smartphone experience better. The first Pixel phone delivered a clean and fast UI, put the Google Assistant in your pocket, and brought you the best camera ever in a smartphone. And we didn't stop asking big questions or working to solve big challenges for users. Today, we're proud to introduce the Google Pixel 2, designed for you with the best of Google built in. We've created the new Pixel in 2 sizes, a 5-inch and the 6-inch XL, with thoughtful design elements and improvements to the UI throughout. We're bringing you more Google Assistant capabilities. We've added new smart experiences to the camera, and we'll continue to deliver the best photography. Plus, we're introducing some innovative new products to complement your Pixel experience. We do all this by bringing together the best of hardware, software, and AI. Let's begin with the design. We've evolved the Pixel's iconic look to be even bolder. The all-aluminum body with a premium hybrid coating gives it a sleek and clean profile. The soft sculpted back with a distinct sideband feels comfortable and secure in your hand. The refined visor is made of sturdy, gently curved colored glass and transitions seamlessly into the metal body. We've placed a fingerprint sensor where your finger naturally falls. It's extremely accurate, secure, and it unlocks faster than any other smartphone. We also added a small pop of color on the power button for a bit of playfulness. Over on the front, Pixel 2's front-facing stereo speakers are precision-tuned to deliver the perfect balance of volume, clarity, and frequency response. We placed them so you can comfortably watch videos in landscape mode without muffling the audio with your hand. If you prefer headphones, use your existing analog headphones with the included adapter, or your digital USB-C headphones for the highest resolution audio all the way to your ears, or avoid cables altogether with your upgraded Bluetooth 5.0 support and hi-fi codecs. The smaller 5-inch Pixel 2 features a full HD OLED display, and it's as smart as it is beautiful. The display intelligently selects which specific pixels to turn on, leaving the others perfectly dark for a 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's twice the resolution and more than 10 times the contrast ratio of phones in its category with LCD displays. Pixel 2 comes in 3 colors, kind of blue, just black, and clearly white. We love picking the color names. So let's talk about the display on the XL. The 6-inch Pixel 2 XL was designed with innovative POLED display technology. We elegantly curved the glass to bring the display to the edges for a full-screen immersive viewing experience. The screen supports 18:9 QHD plus resolution with over 4.1 million pixels, which equals 538 pixels per inch for amazing detail. We tuned the display to take advantage of the wide color gamut for vivid and realistic colors. We've integrated a circular polarizer, which lets you enjoy the screen even while wearing sunglasses. And we've optimized the displays on both phones for virtual reality. They're both Daydream ready. The Pixel 2 XL comes in 2 colors, just black and the stylishly simple black and white. Feel free to choose whichever size pixel you prefer because you'll get the same great experience on both. We don't set aside better features for the larger device. Both devices are IP67 water and dust resistant and have an all-day battery that charges super fast. You get up to 7 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. Now, Sabrina from the Pixel product team is going to take us through the new Pixel 2 UI and some cool and useful features.
Thanks, Mario. We're constantly working to make the smartphone experience easier and more helpful. And you'll see improvements throughout the Pixel 2's UI. That helpfulness starts before you've even unlocked the phone. Let me show you the Pixel 2's new always-on display. You can see important information like the time, date, email and text notifications, and reminders, all without pushing any buttons or unlocking the device. And there's more than just notifications on your always-on display. Have you ever heard a song you loved and wondered what it was called? With Now Playing, you can just glance down to see the song name and artist on your phone. What makes this feature so special is that the music is identified without your Pixel 2 sending any information to Google. On-device machine learning detects when music is playing and matches it to a database of tens of thousands of song patterns on your phone. In this example, you can see that Pixel recognized the song Perfect Places by Lorde. From here, I can tap on the song title, and I'm taken to the Google Assistant. I can add the song to my library in my favorite music service, like Google Play Music or Spotify, search the web for the song, or even watch the video on YouTube. This feature has brought me some delightful moments over the past few months, and I'm finally learning who sings my favorite songs. Okay, so let's go to a live demo. Here we are on the new Pixel 2 home screen. You can see here I've selected one of our live wallpapers. This is from our new collection called The Living Universe. And if you look closely, you'll notice subtle movements like the waves crashing on the beach. I love that. At the top of the screen, there's a space called At a Glance, where you can easily see the latest updates on your day. We're starting with calendar events today, with traffic, flight status, and more coming soon. In this case, I can see that I've got a mysterious meeting coming up. Not sure what that's about. We've placed the Google Quick Search box at the bottom of the home screen, where we found that it's easier to reach, and we're making it even more powerful. It stays with you as you swipe across your screens of apps and widgets. A quick tap into the search box can help me find anything that I need. As I start typing, I can see web search results at the top, but also contacts and apps from my phone. I can even drag an app from here and drop it right on my home screen. We've also made it faster and easier to get to the Google Assistant on Pixel 2. with a new feature called Active Edge. Just give your Pixel a quick squeeze where your hand naturally holds the phone and ask for whatever you need. Here's a quick demo. I just squeeze the phone, take a selfie. One hand, no buttons. Help me out, front row. Nice. Our research team investigated dozens of ways to trigger the assistant, but squeezing the phone felt the most natural, satisfying, and efficient. After a lot of work in machine learning, we're able to
yourself, what kind of puppy is that? Or, I want pillows with that pattern. Our phones can help us in many ways, but sometimes the questions we have are difficult to describe into a search box. As you heard Sundar talk about, we believe that as computers can understand what you see, it unleashes a whole new kind of assistance. That's why we started working on Google Lens, a way to do more with what you see. We're super excited to bring a preview of Lens to Pixel phones this year. So let's see it in action. Say you see this flyer for piano lessons. As a guilty mom, I've done this. As you know, the email addresses on them are always so long, like bestmusicteachersf2001@gmail.com. Now, you can simply tap on the Lens icon, grab that right information, and fire off that email. This also works for phone numbers, websites, and addresses. Yeah, pretty neat. Here's another example. You're at your friend's place at a party, you see this nice print, and you wonder, who's the artist? Now you can just Lens it. You can also follow up with, what else did he paint? Across all these examples, there are a lot of things happening under the hood that are all coming together. So I'm going to geek out for a moment and call out a few things. The computer vision systems. We've had some major breakthroughs in deep learning, and now they go from pixels in the photo to things in the scene. The power of Google search helps us train these algorithms with millions and millions of images across the entire web. The power of Google's knowledge graph with its billions of facts about people, places, things. We put it all together, and now you know, this Buddhist temple in Kyoto was built in the year 1236 AD. Who would have known? Now, this has to work in the noisiest of conditions. You know, these photos can be taken at different angles, different times of the day, different weather conditions, out of focus pictures, shaky hands, you get the picture. To be clear, sometimes computers do trip up, especially when things kind of look similar, like this. Let's take a moment. Is this a muffin or is this a chihuahua? You tell me. It's early days for Lens. But you know, this is a familiar journey for us. When Google started, our search index contained about 25 million pages. Now, it's in the trillions. When we started working on voice recognition, our algorithms couldn't always catch what you were saying, especially with an accent like mine. Now, we have an accuracy rate of more than 95%. That's as good as humans. We're just getting started with helping you do more with what you see, be it a photo from 5 years ago or something right in front of you. In time, we want to bring Lens everywhere, but super excited to bring a preview of Lens to Pixel users first. So you'll start to see this icon appear in Google Photos and soon Google Assistant. We just talked about how the phone can help you understand the world, but it can also help you place things into the world. That's right. That's augmented reality. We see it as a powerful way to bring the physical and the digital together. That's why we started working on AR Core, our augmented reality SDK for Android. And we see that developers are already using it to create some amazing experiences. I want to show you a few examples here. So let's take House. They're bringing the showroom into your living room using AR. With League of Legends, you can watch one of the most popular esport games on an AR map built by Grab Games. And with Lego, my favorite, you can build virtual models with characters that really come to life. All the fun, no Lego pieces to step on. We at Google are also making some fun things, and our teams have been working hard to create this new experience. We call it AR stickers. It's built right into the camera, and it's exclusive to Pixel. With AR stickers, you can express yourself with playful emojis, like these fun food characters here. There's lots to choose from, and more will be added over time. Our partners are also making some fun stickers here, and I want to show some of them to you right now. So let's start with the Netflix original, my favorite show, Stranger Things. Can't wait for season 2. Ready to see it? Okay, time to set the mood. Lights, please. Okay, here's Leah using the Pixel camera. We're looking at the AR stickers. We're in the Stranger Things collection. Yes? Okay. So let's pick a character. Let's pick Demogorgon and place him right next to me. Whoa, okay. You need to have a cup of coffee, dude. Notice how the creature's not just sitting around where you put it, right? It's not a dead sticker, it's moving, it's reacting to what's around it, it's alive. We really paid attention to the motion, the physics, the lighting. We want to make it feel like it's actually here. Is it? But let's have some fun. This is a great photo or video, by the way. Please. But let's have some fun here. Leah, can we drop 11 into this? All right. OK, this is getting interesting. Now we have 2 characters in the scene. And notice how they're not just reacting to the environment around them, they're reacting to each other. Right? They know each other's presence. That's a big reaction. These interactions make some really interesting moments here. Wow, that was fun. Thank you, Leah. Now you can be the director of all kinds of stories and share these with your friends. You'll have more AR stickers to play with, your favorite characters from SNL, YouTube, the NBA, and just in time for Episode 8, Star Wars. Woo! I've been playing with these stickers. They're so easy to use, and they look great. And this is because the Pixel camera is specially calibrated for augmented reality. It allows robust tracking, even in low light conditions. It also supports 60 frames per second rendering of AR content. You saw how the camera can help us do more with what we see with Google Lens. You saw how the camera can bridge the physical and digital with AR. But the Pixel camera also takes awesome photos. So to tell you all about it, we'll have Mario back on stage.
Thanks, Aparna. We hear every day from users of the first Pixel phone that the camera is one of their favorite features. You can see why in the amazing photos that people post with the Team Pixel hashtag. Last year, Pixel received a DxO score of 89. That was the highest rating that DxOMark had ever issued to a smartphone. With Pixel 2, we have reimagined smartphone photography through great hardware and unparalleled imaging software, tuned by our engineers and researchers. Today, we're proud to announce that DxOMark has issued Pixel 2 an unprecedented score of 98. That's the highest score of any smartphone camera. Let's talk about how we achieve that. And it starts with great hardware. The Pixel 2 has a 12-megapixel f1.8 aperture rear camera with optical image stabilization. We've integrated these components with our HDR Plus computational photography. For every photo, we take a burst of shots with short exposure times to avoid blowing out the highlights. We then align and combine each pixel algorithmically for optimal color and contrast. All of this happens instantly with zero shutter lag. The results are stunning with high dynamic range, even in challenging low light conditions. This year, we've increased the dynamic range and improved texture and sharpness. And combined with a new autofocus mechanism, and optical image stabilization to reduce blur from shaky hands. You get amazing shots every time, like this and this. Pixel 2 also brings you portrait mode, but we're implementing it a little bit differently. We're applying Google's unmatched computational photography and machine learning. Portrait mode lets you take professional-looking shots with a blurred background to make the foreground pop, like what you might capture with an SLR camera. Other smartphones do this by combining the images from 2 cameras. Pixel 2 does portrait mode with just 1 camera and machine learning. What's unique about Pixel 2 is that it can generate a true depth map with a single lens. So you get beautiful portrait shots. Yes, this does work with objects too. And there's more. Portrait mode doesn't just work on the main camera. Because of the quality of Google's computational photography with a single camera, you can also take portrait selfies through the front camera on both the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. The Pixel 2 takes amazing videos too. We're applying optical image stabilization simultaneously with video stabilization at the same time. Other smartphones do optical or digital, but don't do both at the same time. During video recording on a Pixel 2, the OIS hardware actively corrects shake artifacts, while at the same time, the software-based video stabilization uses intelligent frame look-ahead to stabilize the overall video. We call this fused video stabilization. And it's another example of Google's hardware plus software plus AI working together. The result is less motion blur, even in low light. Your videos look smooth and professional. The Pixel 2 camera also supports a feature called motion photos. For the photos you take, your Pixel captures up to 3 seconds of video behind the scenes, removing uninteresting motion and applying our unique fused video stabilization technology to the result. But of course, the proof is in the photos and videos. So we invited some photographers and producers to test drive the new camera, and they were stunned by what they can do with the Pixel 2. Timmy McGurr, better known as 13th Witness on Instagram, and filmmaker Zach McTee documented a recent trip to New Orleans using just the Pixel 2. The film you're about to see uses no attachments, fancy rigs, or lighting. All of the video footage and stills were captured on Pixel 2 phones without any image enhancements or color corrections. Again, each photo and video in what you just saw was shot using only Pixel 2 phones. No image enhancements or color corrections. Now, the Pixel 2's camera is simple enough and smart enough that your photos and videos can look just as good. So, the Pixel 2's photo experience doesn't end when you take a photo or shoot a video. We want users to be able to easily find them and store them securely. without having to worry about running out of storage. After all, simple storage and search is part of what makes us Google. So we're happy to announce that Pixel 2 users will continue to get free unlimited storage for all of the photos and videos they capture in the highest resolution, including 4K videos and motion photos. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Pixel users take twice as many photos as typical iPhone users and store an average of 23 gigabytes of photos and videos per year in Google's cloud. If you had to use iCloud, you'd reach your free limit in less than 3 months. With Pixel, you can safely and effortlessly store all of your memories for free. With your permission, Google Photos automatically tags and categorizes those thousands of photos and videos you'll take with your Pixel 2. You can search for photos of your friends, of a specific location, of dogs, all without the hassle of manually tagging or sorting. Finding your photo, the photo you're looking for, is our problem and not yours. We're delighted by what we've been able to achieve with Pixel 2 in terms of photography and are so excited by all the moments that you're going to capture. So to recap, the smart and simple Pixel 2 has everything you'd expect from a smartphone and some things you might not. A gorgeous display that brings your apps, photos, and videos to life. An all-day battery that charges super fast, plus water resistance and security features to keep your phone and your data safe. Easy, quick access to the Google Assistant, which understands you and gets smarter and more helpful all the time. Fun and useful ways to use your camera, like Google Lens and AR. And the best photography from any phone, for brilliant photos and smooth professional videos. We're also making it easier than ever to switch to Pixel. Most new Pixel users will be able to transfer their stuff from their old phone in less than 10 minutes, including all of your photos, apps, and even your iMessages. So let's talk about availability and pricing. Pixel 2, with its 5-inch cinematic display, starts at $649 for the 64-gigabyte version. The Pixel 2 XL has a 6-inch full-screen POLED display and starts at $849. Both phones will be available in 6 countries: Australia, Canada, Germany, India, the UK, and the US. In the US, we're teaming up with Verizon to bring you Pixel 2, and you can also buy it on the Google Store and through Project Fi. You can pre-order starting today. We're also excited to make the Pixel 2 XL available in Italy, Singapore, and Spain later this year. And we have a new family of cases that make your Pixel truly yours. Pixel owners can customize a live case with a favorite photo, place, artwork, or one of our Google Earth designs. We're also launching a range of soft-knit fabric cases in 4 colors. And more than 250 Pixel 2 accessories from 25 popular brands will be made available through our Made for Google program. Finally, to make sure you're getting the most out of your new phone and the Google Assistant, we're including a Google Home Mini with each purchase of a Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL for a limited time in Australia, Canada, Germany, the UK, and the US. So that's the new Pixel, the radically helpful smartphone that combines the best of Google hardware, software, and AI. We hope you'll love it as much as we do.
good. We make it look easy.
All right, so as you've seen, we've spent the past year reimagining a simpler, more helpful smartphone experience. We've also been working on some new products to make your Pixel 2 experience even better. Let's start with the newly updated Google Daydream View, our virtual reality headset. We kept everything from last year that people loved, and we made it even better. To start, we have a new lineup of colors that complement this year's Made by Google family. We also upgraded the lenses and the fabrics, so the headset has our widest field of view yet and is super light and comfortable. Of course, what matters most in a VR headset is where it can take you. Last year, we launched with 25 apps and games, and now we have more than 250 high-quality VR titles. We've also seen that people love going places with VR videos, so we're excited to announce a slate of premium video content coming to Daydream, including multiple new original series on YouTube VR. And on Google Play Movies, you can experience new IMAX movies available for free to Pixel 2 owners. So you get to hang out with tigers, run alongside elephants, dive into the ocean with some sharks, and blast into space. With Pixel 2's new front-firing stereo speakers, these movies sound as amazing as they look. And now, you can even cast the experience to the TV so your friends and family can see what you're seeing. The new Google Daydream View is the best mobile VR headset on the market and will be available for $99. Today, we're also announcing a smart new audio accessory that works perfectly with Pixel 2. Our first pair of premium wireless headphones. They're called Google Pixel Buds. Our team designed Pixel Buds for great sound, delivering clear highs and deep bass. So whether it's jazz, house, or a symphony, it all sounds incredible. With Pixel Buds, controlling your music is super simple because all of the controls are built into the right earbud. You simply tap to start and stop your music, or swipe forwards and backwards to change the volume. Now, what's amazing is when you pair your Pixel Buds with your Pixel 2, you get instant access to the Google Assistant. We optimize the experience to be quick and easy. Just touch and hold the earbud and ask your assistant to play music, send a text, or give walking directions, all while keeping your phone in your pocket. It can also alert you to new notifications and read your messages. Pixel Buds work great with Pixel. They even give you access to a new real-time translation experience. It's an incredible application of Google Translate powered by machine learning that's like having a personal translator by your side. To show you how easy this experience is, I'd like to invite Isabel back on stage for a conversation in her native language, Swedish. So, Isabel is going to speak Swedish into her Pixel Buds, and I'll hear the English translation out of Pixel 2's front speakers. And then I'll respond in English, and she'll hear the Swedish translation in her Pixel Buds. To illustrate this today, you'll hear both sides of the conversation. Okay. Hey Isabel, how's it going?
Hej Isabel, hur är läget?
Helt okej, tack.
Absolutely okay, thank you.
What do you think of these cool new headphones?
Vad tycker du om de här coola nya hörlurarna?
Mitt team designade dem, så jag tycker de är ganska coola.
My team designed them, so I think they're pretty cool.
All right. So while you're up here, what color should I get?
Medan du är här, vilken färg ska jag välja?
Jag tror ganska blå skulle passa dig.
I think kind of blue would suit you.
All right.
Jag tror jag drar nu. Publiken vill nog se några fler nya grejer.
I think I should go now. The audience would like to see some more new stuff.
Thank you, Isabel. So with Pixel Buds, I can use real-time Google Translate to have a natural conversation in 40 languages. We're letting you connect with the world around you in a more natural way by rethinking how a headphone should work, connecting it to cloud-based machine learning, and giving you access with the touch of a finger. Google Pixel Buds come in a pocket-sized charging case that provide up to 5 hours of listening time with just one charge. And the case holds multiple charges, so you get up to 24 hours of listening time when you're on the go. Pixel Buds are available in clearly white, kind of blue, and just black to beautifully complement your Pixel 2. And they'll be available in November for $159, and pre-orders begin today. We have one more product to show you. It's about photography. Now, we all love photos. A lot of our photos let us step back into a moment with friends, with family. Some of our favorites are the candid ones, like this. They capture the essence of a moment. But the problem is, to get those photos, someone needs to be the photographer on duty, waiting to press the shutter button at just the right moment. And we were thinking, how do you capture those fleeting, spontaneous moments while letting yourself be part of the moment? So we've been working on that. And I'm really excited to share an entirely new type of camera that works